Hi students, today we will talk about the importance of being advised and we will learn about web registration while you are at GMC. We will start out by introducing the members of our Advising Center team. For our advisors, we have 3 full-time staff advisors. We have Ms. Brandy Jones, Ms. Laura Lee, and Mr. Travis Lightsey, and then we have a coordinator who's also a full-time advisor, Mr. Paul McCord. Ms. Brandy Jones and Ms. Laura Lee work in the Advising Center, and Mr. Travis Lightsey works in the e-library, but he only works with our students who are using VA benefits. So you would only go to see him if you are a recipient of the GI Bill. And Mr. Paul McCord works with all students as well. Our center is open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Fridays from 9 until noon. So there will always be someone between the hours of 8 and 8 and Monday through Thursday who will be able to work with you and help you with your advising needs. First, let's talk a little bit why it's important to be advised. Your advisor will work with you with your degree check sheet. They will help you update it and make sure that all the classes that you have taken are accounted for on there, and make sure you're staying on track with your degree requirements so that you will get the classes that you need and finish in a timely manner. They will also help you select classes for the following quarter. They will help you plan out a schedule that's conducive with your personal schedule and help you get the number of classes that you need in the order that you need them. They will also remove your online registration hold, which is important because you cannot register online if you have this hold. And every student will have the hold at the beginning of the quarter, and it will be removed by the advisor once you have met with them. They can also assist you with your transfer college process or any career information needs that you may need. So if you're planning to transfer to a 4-year university when you complete your associate's degree, then they can also assist you with how to go about researching the particular classes and prerequisites that you will need to meet at that transfer college. If you're planning to transfer into the career field, they can also work with you to figure out what your goals will be and what tests or exams that you might need to pass, and help you with your resume and those sort of things as well. Okay, so we will refresh from what you did in previous activities when you learned how to log into your GMC account. So to go directly there, you would log into www.gmconline.edu. That's www.gmconline.edu. And then to refresh, your username was your first initial and your full last name. So first initial and your last name. And then you have a 2-digit month and 2-digit birthday that you're entering following the first initial and last name. So if your birthday was February 15th, then you would put 0215 after your first initial and last name. And then when you logged in with your password, you're using that last 7 digits of your social security number. And of course, it gives you the option later on if you want to change it to just a password instead of an actual 7-digit number. You can also do that, and if you did so, then you would enter that at this point instead. Okay, once you have successfully logged into your gmconline.edu account, you actually have to log into a separate screen. So you'll notice with the little arrow it's pointing to Access Web Registrar. So you will want to click on that link, which is in the far left drop-down menu. And you will double-click on that, and it will open up the main page for web registration. And you'll see we have a student who volunteered her account for this activity. So you'll see when on this tutorial, you'll see her picture and then some of her information, and we've blocked out any of her personal information, but just to give you a feel for what it will look like when you go into this screen. Alright, now you're going to click on the Click a Web Advisor to register online link. So you'll go to the login at this point, and you'll be ready to log in to your web advisor, and the username for it will be your first name, a period, and then your last name. So that's first name, period, and your last name. The password at this point is the same as the GMC Online, the last 7 of your social. And of course, as this notes, if you did change your password to a word instead of an actual number, then make sure you remember that, because this password also will be automatically changed as well to that. And if you cannot remember it, then of course there is a link to reset it. And then if you have problems with the reset process, then come see one of us and we'll try to help you remedy that situation. Once you click that login button, this home screen will pop up for web registration, and what you'll need to do is there's a number of students' pictures featured on the right side of the page, and there's one that's not black and white. The student's picture is sort of a blue color and it says students underneath, and it might be a little bit confusing, but just look for the student that looks a little Smurf-like and click on his face, and that will take you in to the main web registration page at this point. At this point, I'll go over a few key things you'll need to know when you get to the web registration screen and you want to go in and add the classes to your schedule. And you should have gone over some of this information with your advisor previously, but what you'll want to do is choose subject from the drop-down list, and the subject will be depending on what the class is. So if it's like a chemistry class, then it would be the CHE. If it's an English class, it would be ENG. So just note whatever the subject is of the classes that you're planning to take, and then you need to know the course number. So for instance, if it's English 101, you'd be putting in ENG 101. The 101 is the course number. And then you'll also need the 5-digit section number. Since there's a number of sections of each class offered, this will distinguish which one you want to take. So that number will always begin with the number 8 and be followed by 4 digits. So what you'll want to do is make sure you write that number down, and you probably also went over this information with your advisor, and you may even have it written down already, but this is just to give you a heads up of what this next screen will be asking for. And then you'll also want to select the term that you're registering for. So if you're registering for spring, then you would put spring 2012, or summer 2012. And as a tutorial also notes, we'll ignore the synonym option. For some reason, the IT department set that up in the web registration screen, even though we don't use it. So just ignore that and don't worry about not having an option for it. And when you log in, this is just a screen capture so you can get an idea of what the screen will look like. And as it's pointing out, just ignore that synonym field blank. That throws some students for a loop. So just don't worry about that, and then go across and fill in your subject and your course number and your section number and your term. Additionally, there's another feature where you can actually go and search for different sections. So if you were to register and realize that you left your advising sheet, at home or somewhere, and you're at work or school trying to register, or if you don't have the copy of the schedule handy, which you can find it online, but if for some reason you don't have that and you want to just do the search, then there is the option as well to do that. You just want to make sure that you enter the criteria for the particular class that you're searching for to get the section number, and that's located under the students menu. Okay, so once you've got to the end and you finally have all the classes in, and you have the ones that are open and they're the right days and times, and you're content and happy and satisfied with that schedule, then you can finalize it by clicking the final submit button to register for your classes. Okay, and now you're registered for the next quarter. And just a final tip, you'll probably want to go back under that student menu and look for your schedule under there and print the one for the following term that you've registered for, so you can make sure everything is correct. Make sure that all of the classes that you wanted are actually registered for. Sometimes little quirky things will happen, and maybe 2 of the 3 classes will register, or none of them will. So just make sure everything is on there and everything is correct. And if you're having trouble with it, it's not looking like what you think it is, go back and try to re-register again. And then if you're still coming to a stalemate, then please come to the Advising Center and see one of us, and we'll be very happy to help you go over what's going wrong and try to get you registered for the correct